You keep telling yourself that if you really wanted to leave, you would have by now. So the fact that you're still here must mean something. Maybe it's love. Maybe it's not that bad. It's neither. What's keeping you isn't love, and it isn't proof that you should stay. It's anxiety, and it's very good at its job. By the end of this, you'll see exactly how it holds you. And I'll give you one question that cuts through it. Hi, and welcome to Block Out the Noise, the space to quiet the noise of anxiety, self-doubt, and overthinking. I'm Jessica Davis, licensed therapist, mindset coach, and the creator of the Courage Method, a framework to stop letting fear define your identity and decisions. If you want a little extra support, go download the Anxiety Survival Toolkit. It includes coping skills, audio tools, a full breakdown of the Courage Method, and a guided meditation, all completely free. Also, quick reminder, this video is here to support and guide you, but it is not a replacement for talking to someone in real life. If you're struggling with your mental health, please reach out to a therapist. And if you're in crisis, contact emergency services or a local helpline. You don't have to go through it alone. Remember, take what helps, leave what doesn't. Before we get into it, I want to be honest with you. This episode was hard to make. I wrote it, rewrote it, I recorded it, re-recorded it multiple times, and I almost didn't release it at all. But every time I thought about scrapping it, I pictured the person who needed to hear this message. Clients that I work with who definitely are struggling with this type of conversation today. So here I am, pushing through the same kind of fear we're about to talk about, because this one matters too much to keep to myself. Some part of you already knows something is off. You've felt it for a while and you haven't said it out loud to a single person, because the second you do, someone will tell you to leave, and you're not ready to hear that yet. So let me say the part that gets missed. The wrong person is not always a bad person. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're cruel, and everyone sees it but you. A lot of times though, they're kind, they're loyal. Your family loves them. On paper, there's nothing to point at, and you feel guilty for even wanting out. A woman wrote about this exactly on Reddit. Her boyfriend is loyal, sweet, a genuinely good person, and her whole family adores him. She's still miserable, still planning everything, still feeling like he's sitting in her life instead of adding to it. She wasn't asking whether he's a bad guy. She was asking how you leave a good one without feeling like a monster. Someone answered her with a line I want you to hear. A good person can still not be the right person for you. This happens to all kinds of people, by the way. Women and men, straight relationships and queer ones, strong, capable people who look like they have it handled. It's not a weakness. Stay with me here, because what's actually holding you here comes down to three things. And once you see them, you can't unsee that. So why can't you leave when part of you is already packing a bag in your head? 3 reasons. 1, you made their feelings your job. Somewhere back there, you learned that other people's moods were yours to manage. You become the thermostat, always reading them, always adjusting yourself to make them feel comfortable. A little smaller here, a little quieter there. You forgot that the room is allowed to be set to your temperature too. 2, your anxiety only weighs their pain, never yours. Picture your anxiety like an old school scale with 2 dishes. When someone you love is upset, your anxiety piles all of their pain on one side. Their sadness, their anger, their bad days, their struggles, it weighs every ounce. Here's the cruel part. It never puts your pain on the other side. Your fears, your loneliness, the way your stomach drops when they go cold on you. None of that ever gets weighed at all. So when you picture leaving, your mind does the math with only half the numbers. All it can feel is how much leaving would hurt them. It genuinely can't see how much staying is already hurting you. 3, it keeps selling you hope. What holds most people isn't the relationship, it's hope. You're holding on for the 20% you keep catching glimpses of. The good weekend, the version of them you fell for. That good moment works like a slot machine. It doesn't pay out every time. It pays out just often enough to keep you in the seat. A woman going through this said it perfectly. Her brain kept minimizing all the bad years and reminding her of all the good he gave. It means that's a hopeful brain doing its job. You can't trust the highlight reel it keeps showing you. Hear this before we go on. None of this is weakness. It's what happens when a caring brain gets stuck on a setting turned up too high. The size of your heart isn't the problem here. It might be the best thing about you. So how do you tell a rough patch from a person who is just wrong for you? Skip the question everyone asks. Is he a bad guy? Ask a better one. Do I like who I am when I'm with them? Someone on Reddit said that single question gave them their whole answer. And I think they're right. Real love adds to your life. It doesn't quietly drain it. One thing I need to say clearly, some things aren't a compatibility question. Being put down and told it's honesty, being kept from the people you love and told it's caring, being scared of what your partner might do if you try to leave. If that's closer to your story, please don't try to sort it out on your own. Reach out to a domestic violence hotline or someone you trust. You're allowed to get help before you feel ready. In fact, I feel like that's the only time to reach out is when you aren't ready, because if you wait for the feeling, you could be waiting too long. From where you're sitting, leaving feels like stepping off a cliff into nothing. So don't take my word for what is on the other side. I went and found people who actually walked it. One woman said she was so grateful she left her good guy. She'd been slowly turning into a shell of herself, and now she isn't anywhere near that person. And the two of them are actually good friends. Others coming out of a much harder relationship described it in the smallest ways. A lot less crying, a lot more laughing, no more walking on eggshells. One person said they still get caught off guard when a partner is simply kind because gentle had become unfamiliar. That's not sadness. It's a nervous system slowly learning it's safe. That's what the other side actually looks like. Not fireworks, but sometimes there are, is just opening a hand you didn't know you'd been holding as a fist for years, feeling your shoulders drop and then notice it. They stayed dropped. So what's that one step? It's not leaving, at least not yet. It's this: tell one person the truth. One honest sentence to one safe person, a friend, a sibling, a therapist, anyone who stands outside of it. Say the thing you've kept in the dark. I don't think this is right, and I've been pretending that it is. Because the thing anxiety needs most from you is silence. And the second someone else sees what you see, you are not carrying it alone anymore. Here's the question I promised you. The one I ask people who are stuck exactly here. If this stayed exactly the same for the next 10 years, could you live with it? Sometimes I change it to 5, 3. Sometimes you don't have to do high numbers because you know you went out. When I ask that, people go quiet and they say no. That no is usually the first honest thing they've let themselves feel in a long time. Write why your answer is no down on paper. So you're the one answering it, not the hope. You don't have to decide today. You don't need a plan or to be certain or to blow up your whole life tonight because of a video you watched. This is your life, not a dare. It starts with you choosing what is best for you. If you take one thing from today, let it be this. The fact that you're still this worried about hurting them, even now, isn't proof that you should stay. It's proof of how much love you have in you. So instead of taking all that love that you pour into that other person, I just want you to point that back to yourself. You're not crazy. You're not dramatic. You're not ungrateful for wanting more than fine. You spent so long weighing everyone else's feelings. You're allowed to finally put yourself on the scale. If you got even one thing that you feel like was useful in this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It truly takes you seconds to do, but it means the world to me. Also, watch the next video on how to keep fighting anxiety. Anxiety isn't easy, but it's not something that gets to dictate your life. I truly hope you'll watch the next one. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching this video and listening to my channel. Even if this is the only video I get from you, I truly appreciate your time and energy spent here. Until next time, keep moving forward, trust yourself, and never forget you have what it takes to block out the noise.